So I was doing some research on YouTube to check about other stories about other people who either overcame Crohn disease or offer different natural approaches to um, face and possibly resolve Crohn disease. And I happened to watch this video, very inspiring indeed, from a TEDx talk with actually over probably 200,000 views from several years ago, probably over 10 years ago. And there is this man who tells this very inspiring story in just probably 5 or 10 minutes, in which basically he says that he was very suffering from Crohn disease with all the symptoms that are attached to it. And by starting to, if I remember, starting to practice yoga, because his girlfriend is a yoga teacher, and then eventually he was able to eat more things, and then eventually he started to do more and more sports, and he got actually into extreme sports like running the Ironman, other things pretty extreme. And even if there are over 600 comments, people mostly inspired by this story, which is very inspiring indeed, my take on that is that this is totally consistent with what I offer, which is creating emotional centeredness, creating the ability to be emotionally centered, to be in charge, to be mastered, to have tools, practical tools to achieve an emotional state which is centered, okay? And this is something that we can do very effectively with hypnosis and especially NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. And in my understanding and my take on this, and actually working out was a very big part of my own healing process, and it's a very big part of what I suggest to my clients, especially the ones that want to have success in a pretty reasonable time. It is to work out and do something fun, but not necessarily extreme. I mean, I admire this person because he's got very passionate about doing extreme sport. But on the other hand, this story, if I was to hear this story when I was still very sick, dealing with daily symptoms, and I know there's a lot of people that are suffering right now from Crohn disease. I imagine that if I was to watch this story, yes, I could be inspired on one hand, understanding that it's possible to heal, to self-heal from Crohn through physical exercise. But then on the other hand, I could be also discouraged because not everybody wants to or is able to achieve those goals or do extreme sports. So it is almost like saying that is something doable, but it's very hard, almost impossible to achieve. And instead, what I am telling you is that it's very possible to do it. It's not easy, I should say, but it's simple, okay? We need to face several different aspects, but the emotional one being the most important because it's the primary cause. But also we need to face the exercise lifestyle, the eating mindfully, as I said before. And of course it's consistent what this guy did, what this wonderful person did, because when we are totally into physical activity, we are totally in the flow, okay? We're totally present with our mind and body, especially when we do some physical activity which is very challenging. And so we are, as a consequence, becoming masters of our own emotions, because otherwise we wouldn't even be able to perform, right? So it is totally consistent what this person achieved. So it is true, doing physical activities is very important, it can be very healing, but we don't need to go to extremes. Just practicing, even starting with 5 minutes when somebody is in very high distress because of the symptoms, or and increasing gradually to 10 minutes. This is what I did myself. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour a day, walking fast, 1 hour a day, possibly under the sun, possibly in nature, or it doesn't matter, but moving the body. And oxygenating our body through physical exercise, even better if we enjoy it, if it's something that is very enjoyable for us, that's a very important healing practice. And it can make big changes to achieve more and more control over the symptoms. And of course, it's not the only one, in my opinion, in my experience, but it's very important. So I just wanted to share this about this TEDx video, and if you want, I can share the link and you can comment with your own questions or opinion. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next one. Subscribe to the channel to get more information, power information.